Today's job is engine mounts. So this applies to any Talbot Express, base motorhome or just van. They're all the same, doesn't matter which engine you've got, they're all going to have free engine mounts, and they're probably all at some point going to want replacing as the vans are getting older. Now I've only got two that I need to do. One is this, which is the top engine mount from the gearbox size. You see, now that's an upgraded one. It's slightly different to the one that will come off, as you'll see when we do it. And in here is the lower gearbox mount. Now these are quite common for going, and some of the sort of sizes you'll start noticing them being difficult to get into gear. Now I'm not really having that issue, to be honest, but I've looked at these and the rubber isn't looking great on them. So this I picked up off eBay. It was a garage that had it in stock and never used it, so I got that for £17. I think they're normally about 30. And this I got from Postal Motorhomes. I've forgotten the price, to be honest, but I think it was about £40. And that came with the new bolts, which you need because they are different to the ones that are on it at the moment. So as much as you can buy that on its own for less, make sure you get the bolts, you'll need them. Okay, so I'll show you where we're working. I've already taken the spare wheel out. This is the top one. I'll show you the bottom one when we get around to actually doing that one. I'm going to start with this one first. Now I'm going to need to put a jack under the gearbox just to hold it while I'm doing this. Just put a piece of wood in between to save any damage. So I shall do that now. So first things first, I need to get all these bolts undone. Now most of them are 17mm. Now the hardest one is just down there at the back. Now I've just undone that one. I have to do that from underneath because you can't access it because of the pipe work. So that's just something to bear in mind. Right, see if I can crack a few of these off. To be honest, you probably don't want to watch this, do you? So I'll come back to you when it's off. Right, so that's it, all undone. Like I say, the one at the back I had to do from underneath. This one's a bit tricky to get on because of the fuel pipe, but I found and managed it. Just a bit tweaking. So that all comes away like so. If we take that into the not so tidy garage, and we'll get our new one, you'll be able to see the difference. So let's use the socket which I've gone and left on it. So this bit we don't use anymore when you've got that new one. As you can see, it's already got effectively it all built into it, and that'll go onto there. Just need to take that nut out from inside there. And then this. Just needs to come out from in there. It should just pull. And it does. So there we go. So you can see this one is quite badly split. Definitely ready for saying goodbye to. So the new one will simply slide on there. We'll pop that bolt back in the top. We'll go and pop it back on the van using the new bolts. And I'll see what that's like to get to, because that wasn't very easy. So that might be a bit harder to get to actually. Not thought about that one when we took it apart, because obviously that sits lower. We'll see how we go. Right, I'll come back to you in a minute. Right, as predicted, that one is a pain to get to. When I took it off, I did it from underneath, but I just cannot get down to it. So it's going to be a slow job doing it from above with the spanner. And I think once it's most of the way down, probably will be better from underneath, possibly. It's all the position of the fuel filler pipe, which is the problem. As you can see, it's right above it. Now, I could probably have taken that off, and that might have given me a bit of flexibility. So, something you might want to think about with that one. Anyway, I'll get these down, I'll come back. Right, we are done. So, all back together. In the end, I did take that off. It just made getting to that one there easier. So, these are all done up, they're all 17mm. Something to note with that one, I think it's like an 18 probably mil. Now, it's a bit of a tight hole, and you will find if you use a short socket, it gets caught on the lip, you might not get, it's a pain to get out. So instead I used spark plug socket, because it sticks out more. Now this size on this was 13/16, fits perfectly, did the job. So if you've got one of them, you'll be fine. So that's that one done. Just need to pop that back on and then go and do the one underneath. Okay, so we've moved underneath now to do the bottom mount. Now it's worth noting on this that they're held in by captive nuts, so don't try on doing the nut because you won't. They're actually welded on. So put a bit of WD-40 on just to sort of help the bolts along really. It's only 3 ton do. So you've got the big one in the middle, that's 22mm, and then the 17s on the other two. So I'm just going to undo them now. I'll turn you off while I'm doing it, because to be honest, I think it's going to be a two-handed job. And let's see how they go. Well, the old one's out, as you can see. Wasn't too bad, but that first bolt, the bigger bolt, I did have to get a longer ratchet on that. They didn't want to just come undone easily, and they weren't that keen on coming through either, but not too bad. So got the new one, which, well, see, well, again, it's not really a one-handed job, but that's going to go in there anyway, one way or another. So I'll just pop that in now. I'm going to go slip the bolts before I put them back in, and then we'll see what it's like to do it. So just about done. It's got to be said, it's been a bit of a pain getting these to line up. But finally, they're in. The old ones definitely needed changing, which I'll show you once I finish this. So just tighten all these off, and then job done. It is job done. Not sure how long I've been at it now, a couple of hours. Not really been rushing though, to be honest. But there's the old one, so let's see if they need doing. Wow. Yes, to be honest, because you can see come away there, and that's all broken there as well. So really not doing a great job of holding it steady at all. So there's the bottom one at the top. So this is the old style, so this bit I've not put back on. If you look, well, yeah, I think we can say that's probably had its day really, that one. So that's it, both done. There is a third one as well on the other side of the engine, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, so I'm not into changing things for the fun of it, so not doing that one today. So if it's a job you're thinking of doing yourself, I'd say give it a go. It doesn't seem too tricky, no complicated tools or anything like that. I hope this might help a little bit. Good luck with it if you give it a go.